welcome to Rose Waters channel. I'm finally holding up my other end of the bargain. Some promises that I made, a documentary of a lifestyle that I broke out of. Finally in a space where a month and some days after giving birth to my third daughter, in a space where I feel confident to tap back into this energy. This is really what this channel was made for, to give back to, even if it's just one person, not have to face some of the obstacles that I faced. And even if you are facing it, to encourage you that it's possible that you could get out of it. Just as well as the way you got into it, you could get out of it. You just gotta want to, and you gotta start somewhere along the line. I didn't have anybody to encourage me, and I was crying out for help to get out of the lifestyle, and nobody around me cared. Everybody had their hand out. Everybody was willing to take. Nobody was willing to pour into for me just to get out of it. So anyway, it took me so long. First of all, cheers. During my pregnancy, I didn't even know I was pregnant when I decided to start this documentary of a lifestyle and coming out of the lifestyle. I didn't know I was pregnant, so I had to stop because I didn't want my baby to feel certain emotions. I'm still kind of scared to tap into these emotions, but I definitely do know that it's my purpose, and I didn't go through the trials and tribulations for no reason. It's my heart. I want to give back. I want to help individuals that are even close to what I had to go through, or don't feel loved, or confident, or don't have the support that you should have. Because honestly, when I was living a lifestyle, I didn't have love. I'm still building and healing to be able to love myself. So, and it takes day by day. Starting new habits, trying to be the best version of myself, and giving back to me, pouring into me, knowing that if I'm not good, my kids is not good. And that's just overall. I'm not gonna get on here and lie. I hear people say, oh, I stopped using for this person or for that person. That's not true. You gotta want it for yourself. You gotta start with self. You gotta love self, and care about self in order for anything to work. So anyway, the topic that I had left off on was me at, I believe I was like 15, getting arrested. And you could actually tap back into that video if you don't mind, if you don't, like, just to catch you up on speed. So we're gonna start from where I stopped off. And actually, I did let you guys know that I wrote down where I stopped off so I could pick up there. So the next topic of my documentary is when they released me from the criminal courts of being arrested for what I was doing, the lifestyle that I was living. I didn't know that family court and criminal court don't coexist. What court? I don't even know the word I was just trying to use, but they didn't flag each other. So I had a warrant in family court, and I was on a run from my foster parent. But criminal court didn't pick up that warrant, so they released me. I believe it was like RR, but I also had to like when they release you, sometimes they like give you a guideline of things you have to follow. Like for example, like the family court had me on this thing called PINS, and that came with a probation officer, urine, whenever they felt the need to curfew and stuff like that. That's the stuff I was facing staying at my foster parents' house. But I was on a run, so I was no longer dealing with that. That's why I was on a run, running from my probation officer, because they were always sending me away. So anyway, the criminal court, when I had got arrested, the guidelines for that was community service and paying a fine. Now, my grandmother, rest in peace, she ended up setting me up for the community service, bringing me all the way to, I think it was Brooklyn. And I had, they actually had me around like a bunch of other individuals that was in the lifestyle that I was living in. It was actually like a little house, like a little building on like this crazy street, but it was for like girls running. Like it was like a not a DV shelter, but running from imps. I don't want to use the whole word imps. They protected, they used different names and stuff like that. So that was like part of my community service. And then eventually I had to serve at a soup kitchen for hours to give back for that charge that I had caught at like 15. And my grandmother had paid the restitution. Yes, rest in peace, that was my queen. She always had my back. But anyway, when they had first released me, I was so scared. And I had no money. I just jumped in the car, and I remember my imp, because we got arrested together, him telling me he kept saying a name and an address, which was eventually a project that I'm from anyway. It's called Slow Bomb, Scroder Street. He told me to go to his cousin's house, so I went to his cousin's house, and she took me in, but she had, rest in peace, she passed away too. She had her own situation going on, but she was also, when I was on a run, the only lady I let do my hair. Well, my Aunt P be like, yeah, your hair looks crazy, you gotta get your hair done. So she was doing my sewing and stuff. So I knew her already, and we took heed to each other. Like, so I ended up going to her, and she had her own kids. She was actually staying in her mom's house. I knew them from the projects. They lived there for years anyway. So they took me in. Now, the mom didn't know my whole circumstance of being on a run. And mind you, I went back to projects that I'm from that is very close-knitted. Everybody knows everybody. I just told you I knew them. So I had an aunt that lived in the next building. I had people who pushed my wheelchair when I was younger. People who, my grandmother ran a wreck in the project, so we was very known, very, very known. Even my mom, and she didn't even come around a lot, like my biological mom, but we was very known. So it was kind of hard being in a run, on the run, living, like residing at the projects. Even though I was never in that building, I was still from I was right across the street from the building that I was from, so that I lived in. But anyway, they took me in, and it's so funny. I'm gonna give you a rundown on the circumstances. That's another thing. I'm gonna be very vivid and as graphic as I can be with my story. Like, just to give you, like, I always said that my life is a movie that I never asked to be in. But somewhere along the line, my higher spirit had to. You get what I'm saying? We all here for a purpose. It's up to you to open your eyes to know what it is. You get what I'm saying? Understand that your obstacles and every lesson is for a blessing. Did I say that right? Know that it's a higher purpose for what you're going through, even if you don't see it necessarily. Just have faith. So anyway, his cousin ended up taking me in, right? And she had her own kids. I can't remember, I think she had like four or three kids. And she was living in her mom's room. Now all her kids stayed in the living room. Her mom had a room and she had a room. And she was a hefty girl. She had a twin size bed, and me and her slept in the bed. Like, rest in peace, she passed away. But she was hefty. She was really hefty. And she took me in and she let me sleep in her bed, and she treated me like one of hers. Like, when she ate, I ate. When she went to work, I went to work with her. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be real, the people that was around me when they was able to see the money that I was coming into, that blurred their vision. So I had a moment where that's all she was really thinking about too. Yeah, and in the mix of my imp having to serve time. Like, we lost so much stuff. He lost the apartment, he lost his car, so we're trying to get that back to continue to make money. You need money to live and survive. And being that I was already on the run and stuff, you know, my focus was on my next step. Always like staying true to myself. My next step, I have to make this move, because if I don't, I'm gonna be effed up. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, the cousin ended up paying my taxi, which was like $80 coming from Manhattan to Yonkers, which was the projects in Schroeder Street. She paid it, she took me in. I just want to make sure I'm on point. Yes, I was super scared. I was around big girls at 15 years old facing charges that we always similar, like our charges were similar. They actually got all of us off the same sting, the same bus, using the same protocol or whatever. It was actually a group that went out on Tuesdays and Thursdays to get girls like me to, like, it was actually undercover cops who set up Tuesday and Thursday to get girls like me, the old me. So anyway, unbeknownst to me, I was new to this. And also what I want to touch base on, just to give you a little glimpse of how my mom was. I always told myself this was going to be a momentarily type of situation. It wasn't going to be long term for me. I was going to get in, do what I have to do, and get out. The things that I did do was based off survival, not having the support or peer support. Foster parents being just grimy as you wouldn't believe it. Like the stuff you see in a movie, that was my life. But anyway, I remember when we had got put into the little wagon, when all of the girls we all got busted, right? Off of the same sting. I hope you're still with me. And I was like, I was the youngest one, so people like took heed to me. I remember like looking around and asking certain questions, especially when we got to the bullpen, like, yo, how long you was doing this for? And everybody had either a dozen or more years underneath their belt of living in this lifestyle. It's like very slim that you get out this type of lifestyle, especially on your own, especially wanting to do it. But it's possible. I'm living proof of it. You just have to want that. You really have to want that. The next person can't want that. Your kids can't want that for you. You have to want that. Like, I fought so hard. Everybody around me wanted me to be stuck into this lifestyle. Still do. Like, even the little support things, like the government, things you think that's supposed to, food stamps and stuff that's supposed to support you, know, they want me stuck in that lifestyle. Trust and believe me. Like, if and eventually I'm gonna talk about it, like, I didn't get no support my whole pregnancy. I didn't get no support. I made what I had stretch, literally, with little to no income. I made what I had stretch, and I made it count. And I didn't slack off, and I didn't play, still to this day. So anyway, and that's just proof that you gotta want it for yourself. You gotta want it for yourself. So anyway, the females that was placed in the bullpen and that was arrested for like the same stuff that I was doing, they had years. I remember seeing this lady, because I wasn't even dressed for where I was at, like the hotel I went to. I wasn't like, I knew something wasn't right. If you look back at the other video, I got a little more graphic on the arrest, and I had fought somebody. I had my shirt was popped off. I had the person blood on me. Like, it was ridiculous. I remember seeing this lady. This is back when like booties and stuff wasn't even that popping, but if you had it, you had it. You get what I'm saying? If you had your body done, you had it. But it wasn't so, like, now people got it like it's a necessity, like they need it. No, anyway, it's a whole nother story. But this lady had her body done, and she looked so nice. She had leather leggings on. I remember stiletto heels. She was one of the only ones that looked the way she did, and I remember she went in front. Before I saw the judge, she saw the judge, and I remember just looking at her like, damn, you know, she got it going on. But eventually, like, when I spoke to her, she was in the game for like 15, 16 years. You get what I'm saying? She had the same goal and the same thought as me. Like, I'm getting out of there. I'm getting out of this. I'm gonna get out of this. But when? 50 years, or you gonna pass away in this lifestyle? Like, but when? It was another lady that when they put us in the paddy, the little wagon thing, she pulled her phone out of her you know what and was dialing, come get me, because that's another thing. That was the number one rule. If you get caught up, your imp can't get caught up, or if your imp get caught up, you can't get caught up, because it gotta be somebody to get you out. So it gotta be somebody to get you out. So anyway, and this is all at 15. So boom, we're gonna jump back to I got released. Now I'm with his cousin day to day. He's still fighting a charge. The charge he was fighting, one of them, he was facing 49 years for underage solicitation. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Please bear with me if I am saying anything wrong. I kind of have like a tongue twisting tongue. Seriously, and it's funny. It's like a little list. There's so much going on. It's like my words be fighting each other, but I learned to live with that and love that too. So my main goal of speaking on this is to help the next child or adult or human out of the dark. That's my goal. Even if I don't gain anything from it, that's my goal. You guys don't understand how much day to day this was constantly on my head, because even though I do my shorts and I do my little videos of me being a mom, which is completely my whole life, I also know that the trials and tribulations that I did face was not in vain. And this is my purpose, honestly. Probably all over the place with this video, because I am so excited to finally get back into my documentary, my purpose, like trying to help somebody. Like, it's so funny. It's not funny actually, but I kind of look a little bit deeper than the average. So I see pictures and stuff and I just see the pain. I just see the pain in that picture. Like, I'm not just looking at the person booty or the outfit. I'm not materialistic at all. I love eye contact for a reason. And I just look at things a lot differently. I kind of think that's my gift too. So anyway, I'm just giving back. Just giving back is all I really could say. And being fortunate to, the obstacles that I face on a daily basis is not a joke at all. It's not a joke. Just today alone, it's like, damn, everybody around me is like staged. And it's ridiculous because it's that serious. It's that serious. But I got the Most High, so I'm gonna fight my angels. I'm gonna be alright. When have the Most High ever lost a battle? Definitely undefeated. Definitely undefeated. So it's all good, you know. And I do know that anything that you are facing is never too much than you can handle. The battles that you do face, you're equipped, especially if you're a believer and if you're on the right side of things, you're equipped to handle that battle. Definitely. So anyway, I remember like a couple of months into living with his cousin and being on the run, him going back and forth to court, me serving I didn't even get a chance to serve my community service and stuff, because we was both still going back and forth to court and stuff like that, and I was a minor, so they handle things a lot differently. But I remember running into my aunt one day, and I was completely like shitting bricks, like running to my aunt because I'm like, they about to kick this door in. I already knew how my pops did things. He had connections to do things that he didn't have no business to be able to do. I think that kind of made his head swell up too. But anyway, I remember like talking to his cousin's mom, which is his aunt, and letting her know like, no, I'm on a run, and giving her the rundown of what I was on a run for, and letting her know that I was leaving her property. I was not gonna put her house at jeopardy. That's the first thing she said. You know, I don't want to get in trouble for having you here. You are a minor, but I eventually end up leaving. Now, I'm gonna give you the background of me leaving. I end up leaving his cousin too, who I was actually very tight. I spoke to her up until like damn near the moment she passed away. Her death was strange. She was in her car smoking a blunt, and she's very hefty. She did have health issues. She's healthy. She was a big woman. All her sisters was, even her mom was. Most of his family was healthy people, healthy. Like, I remember one time, and that's really why I love being around her, because I knew that her protection was real. Her hands was just so big. If she hit you, your soul was gonna feel it. So, and I always used to tell her that. Yeah, she was in her car smoking a blunt, and they thought she was sleeping. She wasn't. She actually had passed away from that blunt. Yeah. She had moved to Philly, Pennsylvania, and she wanted me, no, PA, sorry. And she wanted me to go down there. That was the last conversation I had with her. It's like, get out that lifestyle, come stay with me. I'm like, for real? She's like, yeah, come with the kids. Come stay with me. You don't gotta go through that no more. I will forever love her for that, believing in me. It was only a few kind of people that I came in contact with that was like that, but the ones that I did, I will never forget. I will never forget, and honestly, I do it for y'all. And I just ask that you continue to guide me, baby. I love you so much. Anyway, look at me getting too emotional. So I had ran into my aunt, I ended up leaving, and then this is when like I spoke to my grandma, like, Grandma, I don't have nowhere else to stay. I was staying with certain clients and stuff. I would stay with them, but unfortunately, when you in need of people, they take advantage of that. They prey on that. They prey on that. That's all I would say. So at 15 years old, you do the math. Trying to stay with a guy, you do the math. Hold on, let me check on my baby. She's good. My little baby. She's good. But I did try. I would stay with some clients. One guy had me locked in the room from the inside out. That's why I had to go be with my grandma. But unfortunately, my cousin actually came and got me out that apartment. It was crazy. Like I said, people are strange. People are very strange. You do the math for what you think it was like being 15 years old and needing to stay, needing these creepy ass people support. Yeah, they took advantage. They preyed on that. Not prayed to the Most High, preyed on that. So anyway, what else would I want to speak about? Oh, my cousin coming to get me out that apartment. I was always in contact with my grandma, but I didn't want her to get the downfall of the stuff that I was going through, because my foster father and her used to date. So strange. All the way down to my foster father used to converse with my aunt. Used to sell things together. Like, this is how staged my trials and tribulations was. It's ridiculous, it's sad, but since when the Most High lose a battle, undefeated. Look at me. So, where did I want to pick up at? My grandma was staying in a shelter called the Coachman Family Center, and she already had my baby sister. That was my mom's last daughter. She was born. My grandmother had her since she was a baby. My mom had her while she was in Rikers Island, actually serving some time. So I didn't want to get my grandma into too much stuff. Plus, she always had so much responsibilities, taking care of her kids, taking care of her kids' kids, and their kids' kids. That was just how my grandmother was. Never complained, very strong lady. So eventually, I didn't know what else to do. So my cousin came and got me out of away from the crazy guy, and he was staying at my grandma's abandoned apartment when my grandma was evicted. I stayed there with them for a little while. The marshals had padlocked the door. We got back in the door, had electricity, water, everything running. We had got put out again from the marshals. So hear me out. This was my grandma's abandoned apartment, right? She was put out and placed in a shelter. Me and my cousin went back there. The marshals found out we was back there. They locked the apartment and stuff. We broke back into the apartment and was living there for even longer. We would have still been there. The only reason why, 26 minutes in, guys. The only reason why I end up leaving there is because one day my cousin had put his hands on me. It's so foul because I didn't even know that my grandma was sending money for me, and money for me to eat, and money for me to do my laundry and stuff like that. He was taking all the money, and I was getting up every day and doing what I had to do without my protection, which was the AMP. Back then, I didn't really know what he was there for, because he was doing a little bit more than just protection. So I didn't know what he was there for, but he was getting paid to protect me, basically. But he was incarcerated serving, about to get sentenced, or whatever the case may be. So I was still getting up every day, doing what I had to do, sending him $500 multiple times a day, and struggling, living in an abandoned apartment, struggling, giving my cousin money. He's getting money from my grandmother. My grandmother don't even want me getting up and doing what I had to do. She didn't want that. You hear my baby? Hold on. Phone is actually dying, guys. What's the coincidence? And we got little lady. We got the little lady. She's a little cranky. She had a visit at the doctor's yesterday, so she's a little cranky. Yeah. Hopefully we can get through this. Look at her face. So anyway, still do what I had to do every day, putting myself at danger, at risk, all type of stuff. I actually faced an extremely scary experience. Was tied down, outnumbered. It was multiple guys. It was crazy, but still I'm here. And I probably get, you take your poopy? Excuse my baby. And I probably get more graphic into that too. But right now we're just gonna touch basics. I haven't spoke about this in so long. And this is really what this channel is for. Get that pretty baby. Come on. So I end up leaving my grandma's abandoned apartment because you farting. because my cousin put his hands on me, and then my grandma was in the shelter, right? And I was on her. Excuse me. Pooping. You pooping. You poopy. It's okay. She's so uncomfortable from her visit. I'm gonna speak a little more, and then I'm gonna cut this off, and I'm gonna make sure I touch more basics for this week. Oh, good job. That's what was wrong. Oh, you threw up on mommies. Okay. I think her little leg hurt. Look at what you did to your mommy. Yeah. Look at what you did to your mommy. It's okay. It's okay. Was calm, Noonie. He just was calm. Didn't say hi to the peoples. Say I'm a little cranky, just a little bit. Then I took my bow off. Sorry guys, I'm a mommy. Look. So my grandmother, back to what I was talking about, my grandmother was actually in the shelter already with her daughter and her daughter, three daughters, and my little sister, all in one room. If you know about the Coachman Center, it's only one room. One little box room in the bathroom, that's it. So I didn't really want to put too much more on her, but I had no other choice, especially after the situation happened to me. I almost lost my life then. And right, like days after that, my cousin put his hands on me. He was mad because I found out that my grandma was sending money and stuff for me. I don't even know how that happened. I just remember her saying, yeah, but I send you money. I'm like, you send me money? She been sending money all the time and I did not know. And not only that, I was putting my life in jeopardy, coming home, bringing him money, all type of stuff. People are just foul. It be your own people. It be your own people. So anyway, I was so tiny. I was like 102 pounds probably. I remember my grandmother, she came the day me and him got into a fight, and she had a plan. I didn't know she had a plan, but she had a plan. That's just how she did things. She put me into a shopping cart, and she pushed me into the shelter. Yes. Yes. Could you not? I got caught because I was going outside to smoke. And that's how I got caught. And the lady who ran, she not only got caught with me in there, she had a cat in me, and she had stuff she ain't had no business. We gonna have to cut this short a little bit, but I'm gonna touch baby bumping. That's why. Don't hold my baby gassy. Say I run my mommies. Yes, she do. Her so precious. Yes, it's okay. But she got caught, and the lady who run the shelter, I remember her saying, who is this little girl? Where's her parents? Where's her parents? And eventually, that's when they found out I had the words and stuff. So if you stay tuned for this long in the video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I do have a family to provide for. Be patient with me. I'm a new mommy, but I am dedicated to this. Work with me. I know this video is probably all over the place, but don't forget to watch the other ones so you can put your own pieces together. I hope it helps somebody, even if it's just one person. Be patient with me because it takes a lot for me to even speak about this. Be patient with yourself. Love yourself. I'm loving myself. Love, 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 love. That's all I can say. I wish you well. I hope your day is beautiful. I hope if you do come across this helps you in any type of way. And I gotta get back to being a mom, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And welcome to Rosewater. My name is Veronica. This is Lily. Later, guys.